Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Ford Bronco Sport getting recalled yet again. This is a consistent theme for the Bronco, especially. Now, this comes with thanks to Car and Driver, and specifically Eric Stratford, who is a writer over there. And he says, quote, Ford Bronco Sport Escape recalled again for a possible fuel leak. The issue, which wasn't fixed during the earlier recall, affects 2021 to 2023 Bronco Sports and 2020 to 2022 Escapes with a 1.5-liter engine. And I do apologize. This article was a couple weeks ago. I actually missed it, skipped through the cracks, much like the fasteners and nuts and bolts on a Ford vehicle. Now here you can see the Ford Bronco in all of its glory, which, to Ford's credit, I do appreciate that in 2025, they make a SUV with a stick shift. They're basically the only one with the Bronco. Now, granted, if I won the lottery, I get a Porsche SUV with a stick shift, but they only made a couple times, 2008, 2009 with the V8 for the GTS Cayenne. And then more recently, I think it was 2016, that's a V6 though. But I partially digress. I appreciate the fact that they make a fun stick shift SUV, though again, they've had over 12 recalls for the Ford Bronco since they started making that darn thing. And yeah, that's not great for brand recognition or the customer experience. Now, they also know it covers the Ford Escape, which when I used to work at HPE, if you paid extra, you get the company car, which is the SUV versus the Ford Focus. You got the Ford Escape. So to try to sound fancy, we used to always call it the Ford Escape, which was perhaps juvenile, but I also thought hilarious. Which, yeah, it's a Ford, so gotta know something's going to happen. Now they say, quote, Ford's recalling 15,355 Bronco Sports and 18,201 Ford Escapes due to a possible fuel leak. Another reason why you should not smoke in the vehicle. They say, quote, quote, it's not deja vu. Ford is once again recalling the Bronco Sport and Escape due to the possible fuel leaks on the model with a turbocharged 1.5 3-cylinder engine. The latest recall stems from a earlier recall earlier this month for the same thing. Well, the company says it wasn't correctly fixed the first time. Wow. They see in total affect 33,576 units. Ford says its records show that while the previously recalled Bronco and Escapes were reported to be repaired, they actually weren't. That means it's still possible for the engine's fuel injector to crack and leak fuel or fuel vapor that could interact with hot surfaces and possibly start a fire. The fix itself requires updating the software for the vehicle's powertrain control module. However, during the original recall, the tool to do this didn't properly upload the software. And these companies want to be tech companies making EVs. A friendly reminder, Ford lost $5 billion on EVs in 2024, and they're slated to lose $5.1 billion in EV in 2025. Yeah. Now, they say, quote, so owners will need to return to their local Ford dealership yet again, which of all the dealerships that should have a really nice, like, quality lounge with, like, food and coffee, it would be the Ford Service Center, because you're going to be there a disproportionate amount of time in your life. I mean, they should have really nice, like, leather couches there so you can chill. But I partially digress. They say, quote, the work will be done for free, and Ford will notify its dealers by April 24th, and owners will be affected by May 1st, which, again, just tune into the show where we usually cover these automobile recalls a month or two in advance. And again, this isn't Ford's had this issue, I believe, also with the Mustang, where they've had a recall for a recall. And again, I appreciate Jim Farley. I think he's a great CEO of the company. I appreciate the fact he's a gearhead, he's a car guy, sports enthusiast. And since day one, when he took the realm, he's been focusing more and more reliability, but this stuff keeps falling through the tracks. And I can't but wonder, do they have anyone in the quality assurance department? They're already a myriad of jokes when it comes to Ford vehicles and reliability. I mean, that's been around for decades. And to have one of the most important vehicles in your lineup, because again, SUVs are one of the most profitable things automobile manufacturers make. There is a reason Ford stopped making all cars except the Mustang. They weren't making any money on it. GM, same thing. They killed the Chevy Cruze, which I kind of love that little car because I had one. They killed the Chevy Cruze because they weren't making any profit on it. Usually the smart cars are just, competitively priced. They stopped making them because no profit. SUVs and trucks really make a majority of the profit. Most important thing Ford does for the shareholders and the employees. It fuels the company. And yet, your most important things, you're not protecting, especially this Bronco, which again, it's been a fiscal success in terms of, a lot of sales. It's a really cool off-roading vehicle. A lot of enthusiasts like it. But again, the fact that they have a recall for a recall, Ford, I gotta say, once again, you're certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.